Hi coaches, I'm Warren Gatland. Here we are in London, a beautiful day here in London at the Hampton School. And what we're going to be looking at this afternoon is contact scenario situations. So giving some players some alternatives in terms of going into the contact, taking the contact on their own terms, trying to buy some time, trying to make sure the ball comes back, and the different situations that sometimes arises where they're in a close contact situation. Sometimes we're looking at some hitting and spinning, a little bit of fending, some spinning on the ground, just to change it up where the player gets himself potentially isolated. How does he buy a bit of time to make sure the support gets to him, and we make sure the ball comes back on our own side and we retain possession? And that's what it's all about. It's all about retaining possession and looking at some drills to help us do that. Guys, the first thing I want to say is that always in the game, what we want to do is we want to be able to get a pass away. If we can get an offload, you know, that's the number one priority. It's all about continuity and keeping the ball. But what we're looking at is sometimes when we've got to take contact, or there's no options in front of us, and sometimes that's what happens in the game. It's about taking contact, then trying to create some quick ball, whether we can shorten up the opposition, and then looking to move it. So yes, the number one option is for us to be able to get a pass away and keep the ball and keep continuity and keep the ball alive. But with the way defences are now and how much defences practice and how much defences dominate the game, we need to make sure in terms of the contact situations, that's what we're really, really good at. So that's why we do so much practice in the contact area. First one, what I want you to do, we've got two bag holders, and all we're looking for is some late footwork. Okay, so you're coming up there, and either left or right, we're going to target either one bag or the other. So really, really late footwork. So nice, come up there, nice big step, target sort of the chest of one of the bag holders, and then we're looking for the second guy, again, getting across the ball, and then the third guy just picking. And then we'll just come back again, all right? Okay, so look, really, really late footwork, okay? Let's go. Yeah, your footwork. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good footwork there. Been asked a question about, footwork. We're just trying to, look like sometimes we're going to go into one defender and then shifting late onto, a nice sideways movement, hitting the other defender. The reason I've got the two defenders here is because what we don't want to do is that, you see a lot of games at the moment, a lot of players go in between two defenders and they've been held up, and then it's becoming slow ball. So even though we've got the two defenders, I want you to imagine there's not just two there, there's six there. So you're carrying the ball and going, well, there's no way through here, but I want to make sure the ball comes back quickly. And sometimes if you try and get through the two, that's when they hold you up, they slow it down, and we end up with really slow ball. So by having the footwork, coming up there, stepping left or right, and then targeting the guy head on, almost like T-boning him, when he doesn't expect it, well, that puts us in a stronger position to make sure, well, his support player can't hold me up. It's going to be hard for him to hold me up, and then the next two guys can come in and clean, and there we're trying to create that quick ball. So this is a situation where, we're taking contact because we haven't got much choice. There's no hole in front of us. There's a line of defenders. We've got to take it forward. We've got to look at winning the collision. We've got to be running hard, and that's what the footwork's to do. Yeah, nice. It's good. Yeah, good, George. Well done. Good. Just give you another option, and we're just going to put the defence into two minds. So we'll come up there, and all we're looking for is a spin. All right, so you might just spread the two bags out a little bit. So we're just looking for that to come in there, spin out, and then we'll create some contact. So defenders coming up, and then as soon as they see you spinning, all it is just putting them temporarily on their back feet. They're not quite sure, and all you are doing is perhaps just buying, like I said, we're just trying to buy an extra second for our support. So we're looking to spin quite early, and again, what we're trying to look for is we're not just spinning in a straight line. We're trying to spin a little bit laterally and then to go forward. So we're looking again for some footwork, seeing how we can look at doing that. So a nice spin early, and then we're going to look for contact after that. All right? Let's see how we go. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, you're just going to spin a bit earlier. That's all. Yeah. Something you haven't done it. Just think about spinning, and then finding some contact. Yeah. You want to spin early. Spin early. Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah, God, very good, excellent. But that's what we're looking for. Just saying, if you have a look at this drill here, it's something they haven't done a lot of to start with. So, you know, it's in terms of the spinning, and it's just another aspect of the game, and trying to give us again something a variation in terms of going into contact, giving the players another tool in their box. You know, something that's a bit different. And if you look at probably one player in the world that is very, very good at the look in the situation, Liam Messam. He does it a lot for the All Blacks and playing it in Super Rugby. So it's a technique that he's perfected for himself. And if we can get these players sort of being dynamic in the spin and creating some confusion in the defence, that's what we're trying to do. Let's just see if we can get some dynamic spinning going on here. Good hit. Yeah, don't get too far away from the bag. We want the bag's nice. So you've got to be dynamic in that spin. Oh yeah, it's all right. Good. Something they don't expect. Yeah. Good. Be dynamic in our spin. All right. Still thinking about our cleaning options as well. This time, the defenders. We're going to put the defenders in a bit more of a stronger position. We're going to pick up a ball and we're going to put ourselves into a situation where now we're having to buy a little bit of time from the defenders being in a dominant situation. So what I'm looking for is, I want you to think about it. This scenario is that the ball is here, okay, and what often happens is that we go and we pick the ball up, and our first instinct, and we're always told to go forward, but often it means that we're isolating ourselves, because I want to make sure I've got support around me. Okay, so all I'm looking for you in this situation is that if I pick the ball up, okay, he's in a dominant situation because he's probably coming forward as a defender, and he's going to keep coming forward. All right. So if I pick up and go into him, and sometimes I can get a little bit further away from my support, and I can put him in a relatively strong position where he can throw me. He can look at holding me up. So I'm going to try and put him in a situation where he doesn't expect what I'm going to do. So if I was coming here, if I was going to pick up here, and what would you do? Would you come forward to tackle me? Yeah. Okay, so what, coming forward to me? And all I'm going to do is want a hand to come out really, really late. It's something they don't expect. Okay, so all we're going to do is, as he comes forward to you, picking, he's coming to you, boom. And all I'm doing is that he goes to think he's going to make a tackle. He thinks that either you're going to come to him, or if you don't, he's going to go and knock you over. So just by getting that hand in the chest, it just stops him for a fraction of a second. And all we are doing all the time is just trying to buy a second in every situation. And then that gives a chance for our support to get onto us, okay? All I want the defender to do, or the ball carrier to do, is to pick up the ball, bag holder to come to him, just get a nice strong stance, arm come out late, hold him up, and then you can go to the ground, and your support player can come and clean you out afterwards. Go. Yeah. What are we got to do just from looking at this first one? What are we going to make sure we do? No, but from a fending point of view. Yeah, we've got to keep that straight, don't we? It's got to be there. As soon as we get to there, if you're going to think you're going to get side on, you're just going to bend. So it's got to be, as you pick it, bang. Well, it's got to come through your shoulder, and you really got to brace yourself. Make sure you're really strong. So you just hold them off for that second. Really, really strong in the chest. Okay, go. Hold them out. That's it. Good. This scenario, okay, it's a loose ball. The ball's bobbled around. You've gone to pick it up. The defenders have seen you in a weak position. He's coming hard at you. Bang. Arm come out late. Buy a second for us. That's all we're doing. Okay, go. Keep that long. Keep that arm straight. All right. Go. That's it. Yeah, well done. Go.
Get down.
Yeah. So bag hold, as soon as you see him pick it up, then come hard at him. Yeah. Throw the bag to the side. Let's try it without the bag. So let's get the right. So we've got the defender coming. So when you pick it up, so pick it up there, come here. All right. That's what. So all right. Not really hard, but just look to target him in the chest. Just hold him off for a second. Yeah. Yeah. Just sort of come at him like you're gonna. Yeah. Just like you're gonna tackle him. You're not expecting it, are you? Go. Yeah. That's it. All right. Just think about get that. Be nice and strong with that arm. That's it. Yeah, it's good. All right. That's all you needed. That half a second just to buy a bit of time. Well, you wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Well done. Good. Slipped off a little bit there. What situation, even in that there, just by putting their arm, what can we do apart from take a ticket? Offload and what else? What can we set up? We can set up a more from there. Excellent. All right. So it's a good situation. Sometimes you're in that close contact. Like say you pick it up. Don't be in a hurry, because we all get told, you know, you're going to pick up. We've got to go forward. We don't always have to go forward. We pick up and we think, how do I control this contact situation? Sometimes controlling this by making him come to you, and then he doesn't expect that, and then now I'm in a situation where, okay, support can come to me. I can either set up a maul, or I can go to the ground and place that as well. It's a situation where you've been tackled, and what I'm looking for you to do is after you've been tackled, I want you to hit. So we're going to hit the bag as though then go to the ground as though you've been tackled. And then I want you to spin on the ground. Be really dynamic. And again, you've gone there, you've been tackled. We'll go and hit the bag, and then we'll make the support player come a little bit after. So what we're trying to do is bang. And when you hit the ground, you can't do it slowly. You've got to be dynamic. So you've got to make it look like your momentum's taking you to rolling. And you know, as the defender goes and you've hit the ground and he comes into and you're rolling into his legs, and he's got to back off as well because you've been nice and dynamic like that. So you're making sure he's not in a strong position to go and take the ball off you. Right, let's try that. There you go. Yeah. Just one roll's enough. Bang, roll. It's it. Good. Yeah, nice. Roll. It's it. Really hard for the defender to get a grasp where you are when you're rolling. Stay close. And roll. That's it. Dynamic. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Good clean. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Well done. Good, nice wide base. Good looking after the ball as well. You know, we've just been doing this for a little bit of time, and they've really shown a big improvement. It's really good to see. Yeah, well done. It's good. Nice and dynamic. Okay, right. Last time we'll do these, we'll just have the ball on the ground. So we're just going to work in twos. Okay, and again, that same situation where all I want to do is I want the ball carrier to pick, just keep, when you're going there, rather than so much there, I want to sort of keep in there, just right on your hip, and then we'll get that second player to come and leech on your backside or snake on there, and then drive you through, and then when you go to the ground, he's just going to try and stay on his feet and clear past that. So you're just working in twos. Let's have a look at that. Yep. I got ball. Yeah, I just wanted to just drive until he goes to the ground, and then yeah, just get on his, just basically get on his backside. Yep. So, yeah. It's it. Good. Let's just start with the ball on the ground. So we don't want to be too far away with the bag. Just keep the bag nice and close. I want to show you something just in terms of the ball carrier, right? So what we're doing is at the moment we're going there, we're hitting like that, okay, which is fine. What I want the ball carrier to do is to think about, I want you to grab either the short or the leg of the defender, and then just all you're trying to do is come in here and then just take him off balance. So if you grab his leg or grab his shorts, that's just going to stop him from being in a little bit of a strong situation. So lead with that arm and then just try and hook onto his leg, and then Say that right? Yeah, good. Put him in a weak situation, so you're grabbing onto him. You can grab his shorts or grab his leg, that's it. Nice. Yeah. How's that feel as defender? Does that put you in a weaker? Yeah. That's putting a defender in a much weaker position. That's what we're trying to do, right? So you try and grab him. That's it. Good. Nice. All right. It's about us controlling the contact, us dominating the contact. Get nice and close. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Yeah. I'm down. Clean. Nice wide base. Yeah. Right. You right there? Yeah. Nice, guys. Okay, just come on, guys. Little right there. Just to finalise that, just went through lots of different scenarios, that you're going to come across in the game in terms of that footwork, a little bit of hitting and spinning. We looked at the fend option. We looked at, I've been tackled, I'm a little bit isolated, just that roll on the ground. And again, we just looked at that leeching on situation, trying to put yourself into a bit of a stronger position as well. So, and just in a short period, we're just able to go through lots of different scenarios. And those are just things you just think about, I should just keep practicing all the time. And you might find one of those things that in terms of an attacking point of view that you like, you think, oh, just keep working on my spin. Some guys need a bit more work than others. That just takes a bit of time, doesn't it? Just you think about the game, it's just a skill that you're practicing. And it's just like everything, catching and passing is a skill, but doing this is a skill, and it doesn't have to always be, like I said, full on. It's just thinking about different scenarios and what am I doing in those different scenarios and how I cope with it, and what are the techniques that I need to apply. But well done. As you can see, coaches, we went through some simple contact scenarios and putting the players in different situations and making them make decisions. And we worked from some footwork, some hitting and spinning. There was a spinning on the ground, looking at the fend late. We looked on a bit of leeching on or snaking on as well. So just putting those players into different scenarios, things that happen in the game all the time. They've got to make quick decisions. And again, it's all about us making sure, how do we retain possession? How do we keep the ball coming back on our side of the ruck? And by giving the players these opportunities or these chances to experiment different scenarios or different situations, and they get confidence from doing that and doing it a lot. So give it a go, and I'm sure that if you keep practicing and the players keep practicing and then they're learning a new skill, they're going to enjoy it, and you're going to see some benefits when it happens in the game. There's nothing better as a coach when you practice something and you see a player do it during a rugby game, and that gives you a real buzz out of coaching.